Hi, I'm Dave Espino. In this Click Start video, and throughout my entire Auctions for Income package, you'll learn a ton about the Internet Auctions business model, and specifically, you'll learn some of the insider secrets that you can only learn from people who are actually doing it. People like myself who are making their living by selling through Internet auctions. I've been selling full-time on eBay and other Internet auctions since February of 1999, and have personally sold thousands of items on the Internet. In this video, I will teach you the techniques and strategies that I use to make up to $12,000 a week. But before we get to that, I want you to go through a little exercise that will really help you get motivated to make the most out of this opportunity. I want you to take a couple of minutes and imagine what your life would be like with just an extra $500 a month coming in. For many people, an extra $500 a month could make all the difference in the world. It could mean less stress from the monthly bills. It could mean a new car payment. It could mean tuition to a private school for one or two of your kids. It could mean funding an investment or retirement account. Now imagine what an extra $1,000 or $2,000 a month might do for you and your family. See, I personally don't get excited unless the numbers have commas in them. An extra $1,000 to $2,000 a month could mean 2 new cars in the driveway, sending all your kids to private school, the mortgage payment for a new home, quitting a full-time job to build your Internet auctions income even higher. And on top of the hopes and dreams that you can achieve with more money, there are actually 2 benefits of having your own Internet auctions business that to me are just as precious as the money. One is time, and the other is freedom. Time is our most precious asset. If you stop and think about how much of your waking life is spent on the job, or in preparation for the job, or driving to and from the job, you'll realize that the job is dramatically shortchanging you and is stealing away your time. Time is precious for many reasons. Time not spent with loved ones is lost forever. Time spent on the wrong things can never be recovered. Time focused in a positive and profitable venture, like your new auctions business, is a beneficial way of feeling in control of your life, and it builds self-esteem. Success in this business does not require a 40-hour-a-week commitment, but it does require a full-time attitude. You cannot build a huge income with a part-time mentality. How well you use time will determine your success in life. Now let's talk about freedom. Freedom is one of the main reasons people go into business for themselves. Ask any successful entrepreneur for a list of their top 5 reasons for starting their own business, and the word freedom will be near or at the top of their list. As human beings, we're naturally drawn to freedom. We long for the day when we can quit our jobs. We want time freedom, that exciting state of being that says, I can do what I want, when I want, and I can afford to do it whenever I want. Some of the benefits of freedom are the freedom to visit your child's school activities during the day, the freedom to take a day off whenever you need one, the freedom to take care of things that are important to you according to your schedule, not your boss's schedule, the ability to avoid long lines and mind-numbing traffic by planning your day wisely, the freedom to live according to your own rules. In my opinion, the benefits of having your own home-based auctions business are far more than just the amount of money you could generate. If I were you, I'd be fighting with everything in me to begin to break away from the 9-to-5 grind and join the thousands of us who are now making our living through Internet auctions, enjoying our freedom, our time, and our great incomes. In this video, I'm going to explain why Internet auctions are, in my opinion, the perfect business. Then I'm going to give you an overview of my Auctions for Income system, teach you how it works, and help you decide which one of my techniques you should use first, so you can have the opportunity to start making money for yourself as soon as possible. Then, as soon as you've completed this video, you'll want to locate your Startup Assistance Session certificate that came with your package and follow the instructions for accessing your startup session. Your Startup Assistance Session will walk you step by step through setting up your new seller's account and explain exactly what you need to do to get your new auctions business launched right away. You can just imagine James Marshall's eyes lighting up as he made the first discovery of gold in California, the discovery that launched the California Gold Rush on January 24, 1848. When I first discovered Internet auctions in 1998, I probably had a similar gleam in my eyes. Here's the world's perfect business, I thought to myself as I sat there completely transfixed by this website called eBay. Since at the time I didn't even have a computer at home connected to the Internet, I wasn't even on my own computer, I was at a friend's office on his computer. Being a vintage Hot Wheels collector, I had heard a lot about eBay as a place to buy and sell early Hot Wheels cars, and there I was, sitting in awe of this huge marketplace that had sprung up almost overnight. Page after page of early Hot Wheels filled my eyes, gleaming like gold. I knew then that this was going to be something big, and I had to be a part of it. At the time, I was selling early Hot Wheels cars out of an antique toy store on consignment, and I was doing okay at it on a part-time basis. When I saw the power and the excitement that internet auctions generated, I immediately made plans to get on the internet and start my internet auctions business. It was a very exciting time, and in the very same way that news of the existence of gold spread throughout the United States back in the 1840s, today we see a similar gold rush happening in the world of internet auctions. Having created and owned several businesses and knowing what it takes to be successful, I saw this new business model as the world's perfect business. Let's take a good close look at why selling at internet auctions is, in my opinion, the world's perfect business. You have easy access to a worldwide customer base. Getting started is virtually risk-free. You benefit from a massive amount of website traffic. Most internet auction sites have safety measures in place to protect buyers and sellers from fraudulent transactions, and your income potential is unlimited. Let's go ahead and go into each one of these benefits in a little greater detail. This aspect of internet auctions still amazes me. I've sold items in internet auctions to people in the US, Canada, Japan, Italy, Mexico, England, Germany, Australia, Singapore, and several other countries. I've essentially started a worldwide business for only the cost of listing an item. This means that for a mere 30 or 50 cents, you can make contact with a person clear across the globe and sell to them as if they were standing right in front of you. Just stop and think about how much money that kind of marketing power would have cost you in the days before the internet. This is a powerful benefit of internet auctions. The moral of this story is that you should never underestimate the broad reach and tremendous marketing power that you have when selling in internet auctions. Most internet auction sites allow you to set up an account with only some basic personal information and a credit card for billing. There's typically no upfront investment required to set up your seller's account, so getting started is virtually risk-free. Once you've set up your account, you can begin buying and selling subject to the particular auction site's rules. In fact, if you're low on money to begin with, you can begin your first week or two in this business by selling things out of your own home, and then grow your business from there. You may not realize it, but there are probably a bunch of items that would sell well in internet auctions sitting in your garage, attic, or basement. When I made the decision to get online and begin selling on eBay, I knew that I would need a new computer. So I had a friend sell one of my rare Hot Wheels cars on eBay for me. That car ended up selling for $837, and I used that money to help buy my first computer. So the point is, you probably have items that would sell very well in internet auctions sitting in your home. Rather than hold a yard sale, why not list those items as your first experiments and use them as a learning experience? One of the exciting things about selling in internet auctions is that you now have a way you could virtually create an income whenever you need it. Imagine building a website that got up to 8 million unique visitors per day. You think you might be able to make some money with it? That's the kind of traffic eBay gets every day, up to 8 million unique visitors. In fact, eBay, Yahoo, and Amazon, the big three of internet auctions, consistently rank in the top 25 of all websites in existence. And with the millions of websites currently on the web, that's no easy feat. One of the greatest benefits of selling in internet auctions is the sheer volume of traffic that you automatically acquire as a registered user of the auction site. This is not something to be taken lightly. It's truly a powerful benefit, and one that you should guard carefully by conducting your business in the right manner and following the rules of each respective site, as well as following the rules of good customer service and common sense business practices. This powerful benefit, massive traffic, is an excellent launchpad for your internet auctions business. One of the main concerns that people have about trading in internet auctions is, how do I know that they're going to pay from the seller, or how do I know that they're going to ship the item once I pay from the buyer? While this is a legitimate concern for beginners, the percentage of fraud is actually very low, and there are easy ways to minimize your exposure and reduce your risks. Most internet auction sites have a feedback mechanism in place. This is simply a recorded comment, either positive, neutral, or negative, left by both the buyer and seller after a transaction ends, telling future buyers and sellers how that particular transaction went. It's an ingenious system originally created by eBay to keep everyone honest and develop a record of each user's trustworthiness and attention to customer service. If you see a seller with a lot of negative comments in their feedback record, then you need to stay away from that seller, or at least be extra wary when buying from them. This feedback system is the main safeguard that ensures that you will have a safe trading experience. Now let's look at feedback from the new seller's point of view. In the internet auctions world, you need to think of your feedback rating as if it is your credit rating. So you need to take good care of it and guard your feedback rating like you do your credit rating. In the internet auctions world, you really only have your reputation to stand on, and if your feedback is questionable, people will think that your business practices are questionable, and that will reduce how many bids you get, how much money you make, and how successful you ultimately become in this great new business. Your income potential in this business is virtually unlimited. This is really a true statement. Once you get good at selling in internet auctions, you're really only limited by a few things. Your ability to find more great merchandise to resell, your knowledge of creative selling techniques, and your time. Once you master my system and begin selling in internet auctions, you will come to realize one unmistakable fact. The challenge isn't how to list something for auction. The challenge is how to find a constant supply of hot selling items to resell, and how to use creative selling strategies to structure your auctions to make the maximum amount of money from each auction you run. Used properly, internet auctions can be the great leveler. They can allow you to connect with buyers thousands of miles away, across state lines, across international lines, across cultural lines. Because of this tremendous marketing and selling power, the scales can be turned in favor of the person who can find more incredible merchandise to resell and knows how to get top dollar for it. This is such an important topic that I've written 3 manuals included in your Auctions for Income package that teach you techniques for developing ongoing streams of profitable merchandise that you can resell over and over again. I'll get into more detail on those manuals in just a few minutes as I introduce you to the complete Auctions for Income system. In just a second, I'm going to go through your Auctions for Income system with you and explain how to use it. It contains virtually everything you need to get your new internet auctions business started. Plus, as a new Auctions for Income client, you now have free access to our exclusive online members center. For instructions on how to access your members area, refer to the website membership brochure that came with your package. You're already watching your Click Start video, which is a great first step. Once you've completed this video, you should thoroughly read your Click Start manual. The introduction area of your manual is similar to the introductory information we've already covered in this video. So since you've decided to watch the video first, you can jump right into the first primary chapter. Your Click Start manual will teach you how to develop the basic skills for internet auction success, master the internet auction sales process, think like a power seller to move your internet auctions business to the next level, and you'll even learn some advanced power selling techniques. As soon as you've really absorbed all that valuable training, you should locate your Startup Assistance Certificate and follow the instructions for accessing your initial startup session. I just made a major improvement to the startup session, and you're one of my first clients to benefit from it. I was having my staff deliver the startup sessions, but now, thanks to an amazing new technology called WebEx, I'm actually able to deliver the session to you myself, right over the internet. WebEx is one of the most impressive multimedia training tools I've ever seen, and it's super easy to use. Just follow the instructions on the certificate that came with your package to start your session. I'll walk and talk you step by step through an incredible 30-minute startup session that will give you a powerful introduction to eBay, the largest internet auction site in the world. You'll learn how it works from a buyer's point of view and a seller's point of view. Then I'll show you exactly how to register your seller's account and use some of the key marketing tools available to you so you can have the opportunity to make the maximum amount of money from each and every auction you run. And while we're talking about training, I also want to tell you just a little bit about my success team. You know, everyone has the potential to become wealthy and successful. Success is something you can learn. And once you've learned how to be successful at something, it is a priceless asset you have forever that no one can ever take away. The key to achieving your initial success and wealth can be very simple. All you need is to know someone who has achieved what you want to achieve, and then have that person teach you one-on-one how they've done it. You could learn a huge amount of their secrets to success in just a fraction of the time it took them to acquire that knowledge. My Auctions for Income package gives you a tremendous amount of information on how I've built my successful auctions business, so you can have the opportunity to do the same thing. But I've been overwhelmed with new clients who want more one-on-one coaching to take their auctions business to a very high level very quickly. So I've put together what I call my success team. I want you to take out a pen and paper and write this number down right now. Then, as soon as you're finished watching this video, call this number right away to learn about the incredible benefits people are achieving by working one-on-one with my success team. If you're really serious about your success, this ongoing one-on-one support could help you achieve your goal of achieving financial freedom so much sooner. This could be one of the most important phone calls you ever make. Finding the right products to sell through your auctions is such an important key to your success that I've dedicated 3 entire manuals to this subject. Each of these 3 manuals goes in depth into each of the 3 primary techniques that I use to locate great money-making products to sell through my auctions. Turning household trash into cold hard cash will teach you how you could find a fortune right in your garage, attic, or basement. You'll learn what types of items you may already have that are hot sellers. Then you'll learn how you could locate an endless supply of great deals on more hot selling items from flea markets, antique shows, yard sales, estate sales, and more. I'll even teach you how just a little bit of ongoing pre-auction research could give you a huge advantage over other auction sellers. I use this concept myself to get my auctions business going, and I still use it today. And several of my students that you saw in my TV program rely very heavily on flea markets, antique shows, yard sales, and estate sales for most of the merchandise they resell through their auctions. Remember the old saying, one person's trash is another person's treasure, and internet auctions are the perfect place to turn that trash into cash. In Seize the Opportunity, I'll teach you how I make a lot of money buying items for pennies on the dollar at all kinds of different seized property sales and reselling them through my internet auctions for huge profits. One of my best kept secrets is storage unit auctions. I'll teach you how you could buy complete storage units full of abandoned valuables for a tiny fraction of their value and sell each item off one by one through your auctions to make great money. I've made a lot of money selling seized property, and I'll teach you exactly how I do it. Then, in Wholesale License to Profits, I'll teach you about the amazing world of wholesale, closeout, liquidation, and drop-shipped merchandise. I've even pre-arranged for you to immediately receive a free reseller's account with my favorite wholesale dropshipper. A dropshipper is a wholesale company that allows you to market their products through your internet auctions before you actually purchase them. Then, once you have a committed buyer for an item, you collect the funds from your buyer, pay the dropshipper their low wholesale price, and the difference remaining is your profit. At that point, you give the dropshipper your buyer's address so they can ship the item directly to your customer. You never even have to touch the item. This means no inventory or packing and shipping headaches. Here's an example of how a transaction would work. You might advertise a dropship company's portable CD player for $50. At the time of sale, you don't actually own the CD player, but you do have direct access to it through your dropshipping source for only $25. After receiving the payment of $50 plus your quoted shipping costs, you forward $25 plus actual shipping costs to the dropshipper and keep the rest of the money as your profit. The beauty of working with a dropshipper is that you can send them your customer's shipping address and they ship the item directly to your customer. They can even use your address as the return address on all correspondence with your buyer. This is fantastic because one of my least favorite tasks involved in internet auctions is shipping. With a reliable dropshipping company, that task is gone forever. I personally use this dropshipper, and so do some of my other top students. In fact, a couple of the people you saw on my TV show concentrate almost exclusively on this product source. One of them makes up to $5,000 a month in sales, and the other one makes up to $10,000 a month in sales. I'd say those results speak for themselves. Your Wholesale License to Profits manual contains all the information and instructions you'll need to access your free dropshipping account and learn a ton of valuable information on other ways to find great wholesale merchandise. To make the amazing opportunity of internet auctions even better, new services have been created specifically for internet auction entrepreneurs like yourself, which allow you to collect your cash from each sale almost instantly by accepting credit cards from your customers right over the internet. In the past, you would have had to set up an expensive merchant account with a bank in order to do this. But thanks to the incredible popularity of internet auctions, companies have created new, cost-effective auction payment solutions that have never before existed. My personal favorite is PayPal. The benefits of utilizing this service are tremendous. You can collect your money almost instantly. There's no more waiting for a check in the mail. Your buyers can pay you with a credit card or directly from their bank account. You can ship your products right away and streamline your business. And PayPal even has a seller's protection policy that helps minimize the risk of fraudulent payments. In my opinion, PayPal is the perfect payment solution for new internet auction sellers. There are no setup fees and no monthly fees. All you pay are some very small transaction fees each time you make a sale and use the service to collect your cash. Refer to the Collect Your Cash Almost Instantly brochure in your package for complete details on how to set up your own PayPal account. Now let's discuss one of your most valuable assets, and that is time. While it is true that we cannot cram more hours into our days than the 24 hours that we're given, we need to remember that it is possible to accomplish more each day by working smarter. In fact, very early in my internet auctions business, I realized that I needed help. I was so busy listing items that I found myself inundated in emails, shipping, and other responsibilities that came with the territory of being a high-volume seller. I came across an auction management site early on in my business, and I was astounded at the amount of work that this site would do for me. As soon as I implemented the auction management service, I was able to do a lot more sales with a lot less headaches. My end of auction emails, sometimes called winning bidder notifications, are now sent out automatically as the auctions end, and they have the correct shipping fees and totals on them. Other benefits, like being able to bulk load auctions, being able to set a launch date on my auctions, being able to relist auctions, leave feedback, print invoices, print labels, or create reports of my sales activity, all with a click of the mouse, were suddenly at my fingertips. It's like having a magical assistant handling all the mundane chores and making it easier for me to conduct a high-volume, profitable business more efficiently, more professionally, and with a lot less hassles. Please do yourself a favor and use an auction management service. You'll thank me later. Check out my online resource center in the members area of my Auctions for Income website for the auction management service I recommend. So one of the #1 time savers has been my auction management service, but another way you can multiply your use of time is to take on a partner or hire a little help. Now this decision is a personal one, and you alone must determine when it makes sense for your business, but I found that it dramatically eased the pressures on me as my business grew. Even if you just have a friend or family member help you with shipping, that can make a huge difference in your ability to produce more sales. Here's the bottom line. If you're making $50 or $100 an hour, and you want to be sure to measure your time and determine what it's truly worth, doesn't it make sense to pay someone $5 or $8 an hour to help you make even more money? That's the way I see it. To me, it's just common sense. Taking this concept to its logical extreme, you can see how you can eventually build a huge business by bringing on more and more assistants. Remember what I said earlier, everyone, and I mean everyone, has a potential to become wealthy and successful. Success is something that you can learn, and once you've learned how to be successful at something, it is a priceless asset you have forever, that no one can ever take away. Everyone wants to be successful, but a lot of us need a little extra help to get there. If you'd like the opportunity to accelerate your personal success with internet auctions by working one-on-one with me and my success team, call this toll-free number right now. We can only work with a small number of new clients each month, so my staff will ask you a few qualifying questions to make 100% sure that you're going to be as devoted to becoming a success as we will be to helping you achieve your success. There's nothing I'd love more than to be sitting down with you a couple months from now, filming a testimonial for my next TV show, listening to you tell me how much money you're making and how my success team and I have totally changed your life. I hope I've done a good job of sharing my excitement with you, because I truly believe that the internet auctions business is the world's perfect business.